Welcome to the channel. If you want to stay up to date with everything that happens in the world of the NFL, like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Now, let's get straight to the point. The discussions about the future of the Dallas Cowboys quarterback ahead of the 2025 NFL draft are getting more and more intense. And while it's understandable that this topic is on the rise, the truth is that some of this speculation simply doesn't make sense when you look at it closely. This path has been paved for some time now. With Cooper Rush and Trey Lance entering free agency earlier this month, it was expected that Dallas would look to reshape the best backup in position for Dak Prescott. But the question now is how far they would be willing to go to secure a new name at the position. Rush has already secured his future, signing a 2-year, $12.2 million contract with the Baltimore Ravens, a figure that is above what the Cowboys would likely be willing to pay. Meanwhile, Trey Lance's situation seems increasingly likely to be a fresh start away from Dallas. Having firmly established himself as the QB3, it wouldn't be surprising if he found a team where he could at least compete for a more relevant roster spot. The team still has Will Grier on the roster, but it's clear that the front office is already looking ahead to the NFL draft, openly admitting that it intends to bring in a new quarterback to join the group. The big question, however, is when and in what round will that pick be made? Without a fourth-round pick, it's unclear whether Dallas will make that move on day 2 or wait until the later rounds. And that's when NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport threw fuel on the speculation fire. During a live broadcast, he suggested that the Cowboys could draft a quarterback as early as the second round, catching many by surprise. We know Dak Prescott is the starter. That's not up for debate. But to me, this indicates that the Cowboys are going to go after a quarterback in the draft. The question is, how high would they be willing to go to get one? I would be surprised if they drafted a quarterback in the first round, and I think everyone would be surprised. But what about someone like Quinn Ewers in the second round, an extremely talented quarterback that they know well, who wouldn't need to play right away, but in 3 years could become a starter? Rappaport pointed out. The insider also pointed out that if the Cowboys waited until day 3 of the draft at doom, in the 5th round, the drop in the quality of quarterbacks available would be significant. And that's where the discussion gets even more complex. The Dallas Cowboys have a history of successfully finding franchise quarterbacks in unexpected situations. Tony Romo came as an undrafted pick, while Prescott was a 4th-round pick. But counting on that kind of stroke of luck again would be a huge risk. If the Cowboys do invest a day 3 pick in a quarterback, it would be like shooting in the dark, hoping for a miracle. Even worse, Dallas doesn't have a 4th-round pick, which means the risk of getting it wrong is even greater. And with this draft class considered to be shallow in talent, the quarterback race could happen sooner than expected, leaving Dallas with no good options if it decides to wait. Still, the logic of drafting a quarterback in the second round simply doesn't hold up. If the Cowboys were an aggressive team in free agency, looking to add significant additions to their top needs before the draft, this move might make sense. But that's not the reality. Dallas's front office is relying on the draft to fill gaps, and the holes on the roster are still numerous. The team urgently needs a reliable wide receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb. The running back position still lacks a solid leader, and the offensive line needs immediate reinforcements to ensure Prescott's protection and the running game function. Spending a fine top 50 pick'em on a quarterback who won't see the field anytime soon would be a luxury Dallas simply can't afford right now. Perhaps the front office could have been more aggressive in free agency, securing reinforcements before getting to the draft. But with the way the team is structured today, sacrificing a second-round pick on a player for the future could be a planning error with profound consequences. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think the Cowboys should invest early on a quarterback or this? And would it be a strategic mistake? Comment. Cowboys need reinforcements now. If you think Dallas should prioritize other positions, or he's time to think about the future. If you think going for a QB on day 2 of the draft could be a smart move. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is essential for us to continue bringing you analysis and updates on everything that happens in the NFL.